I gotta tell you, season 31 of my life has been a pretty fun journey, but I didn't expect the writers to go in such a different direction with some of my interests. When they introduced the Lego scandal plot line this year, I would have thought that that'd be something that would have never clicked with me in any way. Like maybe I'd read about it and be like, oh, weird, and then just completely forget about it. But man, this plot line for this season has been unbelievable. I have been captivated by every upload in this Reckless Bin vs. Bricks and Minifigs saga. And I think I really have to credit the super strong villains here. They're just so unbelievably unlikable, just the biggest fucking filthy, greasy dweebs you could possibly envision here for the Lego cartel at Bricks and Minifigs. It's like the Akatsuki from Naruto, but if they were not cool and just extraordinarily pathetic. But honestly, you've got to give the most credit. You got to give the trophy to the main antagonist himself, the boy wonder, Ammon McNeff, aka Ammon McNuts. God gave special care to the creation of Ammon. He said, I'm going to make the perfect twerp. And so he did, and he blessed us all with his presence. Ammon McNeff is like the perfect amalgamation of equal parts delusion and dork. Like, you couldn't... It's the perfect fusion dance of these two qualities rolled up into one guy who loves to twirl his mustache. He takes every opportunity imaginable to publicly beclown himself because he has this humiliation ritual fetish that he's addicted to. And it is just such a treat watching him go to work, man. Like, when he goes out there and flexes his non-existent muscles and just makes a fool of himself for the millionth time, it's just cinema. So, Reckless Bin uploaded a new video which has new body cam footage of, you guessed it, Ammon McNeff looking like an absolute fucking imbecile per usual. And it just showcases how far they wanted to go to keep Reckless Bin in jail and like do everything they can to find every trick in the book to silence them and get them thrown in the slammer all over the Bricks and Minifigs videos they were making.
And we're gonna watch it right now.
He came to harass us at our place. He's out of state.
So this is filmed right after I get released from jail the first time because I got arrested because I was trying to serve them court papers to take them to court. They're just making up reasons for me to be arrested. But then I get out of jail because I paid for bond. I get out of jail. And now Ammon's just calling the police because he's like, you guys let Ben out of jail? Like, what the hell? Like, how could you guys do that? Ben needs to be in jail right now.
I can already just picture the scene in my head in Ammon's office. He's lotioning his shit up, celebrating that Ben's in jail, only to find out a little bit later that he paid for bond and he's out. Fucking flips his table over. He's sweating profusely, squealing. Ah! And so he instantly gets the police on the horn. Because I think Ammon McNeff calls the police more than he calls his own family. Like, he is more acclimated to their department than he is his own household, most likely. So he instantly gets them on the horn, starts bitching and moaning, whining. How could you release Ben? Are you out of your minds? This is a terrorist. He is a global threat. You've doomed us all. He walks the streets again. We can't sleep soundly anymore. What have you done?
So he was arrested, and I think he was booked into the Utah County Jail. Okay. And he must have been released, even though he's an out-of-state, flight risk. He was released, and so he's a YouTuber that does this stuff for videos and clicks. Okay. He was arrested in California for doing this kind of trespassing and kind of stuff. Before. I think in 2024. Right.
My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
This is my first time ever being arrested.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time,
An excellent strategy from Ammon, a classic in his playbook here. Lying. He does love that technique. It's something that he employs often. It's his signature anime finishing move. And it has worked to great success for the most part, unfortunately, even though it is just blatantly, provably false, the vast majority of the things that he tries to vomit out of his gullet there. So now he's telling this officer, hey, this guy's been arrested before, what are you doing? He's got to go back. So take him back to the slammer, please. And Reckless Bin's setting the record straight. No, he did not get arrested prior to serving those court papers. That was his first time. So I guess Ammon McNeff is just wrong about that. He's just pulling things out of his filthy, stinky little ass.
So that's what's happening. And so, but we like, he's also been passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
Fraudulent gift certificates. Does he mean the Guinness World Record?
Oh, I was so confused. I've watched that part like 5 or 6 times. I was like, what's he mean gift certificates?
I think he means the world record certificate.
Ammon starts to hallucinate more things to throw at the officer here. So he's talking about fraudulent gift certificates. And Reckless Ben and his team were confused on what that meant. So they speculate that it must have been like the Guinness World Record like gag that they did, which is not what Ammon McNeff is claiming that it is, per usual. I think Ammon lives in like a separate dimension. Like his brain is just lost in the ether. It doesn't inhabit this corporeal dimension. It's not situated where it should.
That's what's going on. But at this point, I just need some information so I can tell our staff what is going on, because if I need to go and get some of my staff armed so that he can't threaten them, that's what I need to do. Or they're going to go find him and rearrest him because he clearly had to have violated some kind of rule. There's got to be something to stop this guy from continuing to intimidate our staff.
Bro's out here sniveling and drooling, freaking out like it's Jason Voorhees coming for him. What have you done? Oh, my staff, their lives hang in the balance. Their lives are in jeopardy. Now I'm going to have to go out there and save them because did you know I'm actually like a full-time superhero? So yeah, I'm going to scoot in sideways with my van. I'm going to tell the staff to hop on into the clown car here, and I'm going to take them back to my bat cave here to keep them safe and off the grid so Ben can't find them and eat them. Did you know he's a cannibal? He's going to feast on their flesh and bones if I left them out there in the wild. So yeah, I got to go protect my staff now and take them into the fucking bomb shelter. Like, bro, like there wasn't anything unusual about how Ben got out of jail. He paid the bond. Like, it's not, he went to jail on some pretty low-level bologna. Like, it's just like some fish paste type shit. So he just paid bond and got out. Like, if you're that upset about it, writing fanfic at this point now, take it up with a fucking judge, dude. Like, why are you calling officer action here, just random policeman about it to whine?
I don't know what has been done since he was arrested yesterday.
Sure.
Like, we all sighed a big sigh of relief this morning knowing that he was arrested last night. And then to have this happen all over again, like everyone's feeling some pretty significant trauma that he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, so it's not the police or corrections that let him out. That's going to be a judge, right? And so that would be a complaint that would have to be directed towards their office to find out what's the deal. Why would you let this guy out when he's stalking us, right? That's
yeah. So. Yeah, really quick. Sorry, let me grab a pen. Who do I contact for that?
What's a judge to someone like Ammon McNeff? Ammon McNeff outranks a judge. The judge should be answering to him, and make no mistake, that judge is going to be getting an earful real soon from the Bricks and Minifigs top brass, no doubt, giving them a piece of Ammon's mind. In fact, a whole slice of Ammon's mind. So yeah, even the cops like, bro, this is like, he complained to a judge, man. Stop blabbering to me. So Ammon's like, okay, I'm gonna do that because everyone's feeling so much trauma from Ben talking about Bricks and Minifigs and doing his gags and such.
He's like, dude, what are you talking to me about this for? Talk to the judge.
The police officer's like, we tried to keep him in jail until his court case for a month, but the stupid judge let him out. So like, don't complain to me, complain to the judge.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I suggest you put all evidence that you have against this guy on that.
He acts really like cutesy, like he's clearly got some form of sociopathic disorder, because he lies through his teeth. He says and does whatever he can to just get away with whatever he wants. Again, multiple arrests, I think, in the past in different states.
So obviously, if you look in the police records, you can see that I've never been arrested before. But because Ammon says so, maybe the police will just listen to Ammon, you know?
Why do they keep taking his word every single time? They're taking his word over your evidence. That doesn't make any sense.
That is peculiar, that Ammon McNeff's word is law for some reason. He is just shitting out garbage, just gobbledygook, saying that Ben's been arrested multiple times when Ben is saying you can just check his criminal history. He's only been arrested in regards to the Bricks and Minifigs case, the first one being when trying to serve the court papers. So it's like he's provably unreliable with his claims. He is lying, and then he's got the gall to start projecting like, oh, Ben is a sociopath who lies through his teeth to get what he wants and get away with whatever he wants. And it's like, damn, Ammon, is that so? Wow. Interesting coming from you, the guy who I think if the truth left his lips, it'd be like steam coming out because it would have lit his whole mouth on fire. It'd be so unusual to your body. It'd cause some kind of like visceral reaction internally. It's so odd. And I love that he like Reddit armchair psychologists for a moment, like LARPing there. He clearly has a sociopathic disorder. And this is something Ammon likes to do a lot, I guess, because he does it twice in this video. You'll see it in a later body cam where he starts to speculate about Ben's childhood and how he most likely or potentially could have been abused, which led to him becoming what he is today. It's so fucking weird. Ammon is such a weirdo.
Because I can stack, I'll try to stack it on this stalking case. Okay, sir. I'm going to call the jail, and then I will meet you over there, okay?
Okay, perfect. See you there in a little bit.
Yep, bye. Hey, it's Abrams with Orem Police Department. How you doing? You guys let a guy go this morning. It sounds like named was released from the jail today.
Officer Abrams?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
It really does feel highly suspicious that so many officers are willing to just bend over for Ammon, constantly doing everything they can to just spread their cheeks and let Ammon have their way with them. Like, they will do whatever they can to appease him. Whatever Ammon wants, the officers are always more than willing to oblige, going above and beyond to make sure Ammon gets his way. So, like, on body cam, the officer's like, yeah, we can start stacking this with the stalking stuff. Basically saying, like, we're going to keep reaching for more things to keep putting on here for you, Ammon, against Reckless Ben. Then they eventually, meet face-to-face here on the Tinder date. Very firm handshake. And we get even more incredible fanfic from Ammon.
You shouldn't be doing this stuff, right? You know what I mean? All 5 of them should be charged. Right.
Basically what they're saying now is not only should we put Ben in jail for forever for trying to serve these court papers, we should put all 5 of his team members in jail for trying to take you guys to court. You guys don't deserve to go to court, and anyone that tries to take you to court, we're going to put them in jail indefinitely.
They started threatening to kill some of the staff. And so they're just like, hey, if you don't, we're gonna kill you if you don't give this guy his money back and all this other stuff and like all these things. And so we're like, dude, like, you guys have to go through the appropriate legal channels. This guy has nothing to do with it.
So the officer seems pretty gung-ho about this idea that really all of them need to be charged. The whole kit and caboodle, actually, not just the ringleader. Ben. It's got to be all of them. Oh, okay, that's pretty extreme, don't you think? I don't know why you're so passionately here on Ammon's side when he has provided no fucking evidence, by the way. This officer has nothing from Ammon other than his fanfic that he keeps spinning, but I guess that's good enough. So anyway, now you can hear Ammon once again making his claim about how Ben and the crew were threatening to kill Bricks and Minifigs employees or associates, which again, all of the evidence points to the contrary, that they never made any threats or anything like that. There is not a single shred of video, audio, anything to support Ammon's claims that there were threats being made on the lives of Bricks and Minifigs employees on behalf of Ben and his team. Like they were in there threatening to take their lives, slit their throats, that kind of thing. But he keeps saying it over and over and over and over again. He has to have said that shit like 100 times about how, they're threatening the lives of Bricks and Minifigs employees, even though he's never provided a shred, not even an iota of evidence to support that. But he keeps fucking saying it.
Right. Other than he just gets off on making videos and like if you look him up, again, he goes by the name of YouTube. Okay. And he films himself doing illegal things all the time, and then he gets his videos taken down, do all sorts of research on him. That's what we're dealing with, is a guy who, honest to goodness, he's a sociopath. Okay. As we've done some additional, searches on him, he has, it appears that a relative of him, of his, because he's originally from Ohio, and then he moved to LA, some relative of his, with the same name, that, based on what we can piece together, was, convicted of, child porn, or child, sexual, contact, some of these other types of things. So there's a very real chance that he may have been abused as a child, but that set him through a mental disorder, kind of whatever the case may be. He's clearly a sociopath and does not care about like the system.
My whole family's like pretty close, and I'm like 99.999999999% sure that's not true. But if it is true, I would like to know who that is. So, because I would, that's probably important information for me if there is someone in my family that's like that. But
now Ammon's really getting into the minutia, psychoanalyzing Ben, building the profile, getting inside the mind of a psycho sociopath freak. So Ammon stared into the abyss, and he did some painstaking research of typing in Ben Schneider. But even that wasn't enough. It would be enough to satisfy most super sleuths, but not Ammon. Ammon goes the extra mile. He typed in Ben Schneider, Ohio. And what he found really painted the whole picture for him. So fucking Goober typed in Benjamin Schneider, Ohio, and found that someone was arrested there on some heinous charges, child porn, and made the connection that this guy might be related to Reckless Ben, might be like, in some ways part of the family, and thus there was a real chance that Reckless Ben was abused at this man's hands, which led to him becoming Reckless Ben. You're insane. You're an actual lunatic, you know that, Ammon? Like, what the fuck?
Just a really quick update. I think we found the guy that Ammon's talking about.
Athens man is sentenced after he was found guilty of 110 felony counts for recording and distributing child pornography from his home. Benjamin Schneider is sentenced to 8 years in prison.
So yeah, I guess this guy also got charged in Ohio, and he has a very similar name to me. It's actually the exact same name as me.
Ben then speculates, like, if Ammon got confused thinking that they're related, the same person, that kind of thing. I imagine they're not related, because I think Reckless Ben probably would have known and would have said something there after he found this guy who got arrested. By the way, 8 years isn't nearly long enough for this kind of fucking gross degenerate. So I think that also needs to be revisited, and they need to up that time in jail a little bit, I would say. But anyway, so Ammon most likely found this guy, this Ben Schneider, and just assumed that they were related because they have the same name. That's watertight, Ammon. Wow. Very impressive detective work.
We know this guy's a sociopath, and so we are very afraid for our staff. Yes, sir. And these guys coming in, they've threatened people before. They don't care about the law, right? Right. And that's what makes us very scared, is because, again, like, and I'm kind of asking a serious question. In your opinion, would you go get a shotgun and bring it in the store?
He keeps asking, like, so, like, you're the police officers, do you think it's a good idea that we should have guns to defend ourselves next time Reckless Ben comes in, right? I think what he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson said he was going to shoot us just for trying to serve him papers.
He keeps reiterating this is a sociopath now that he's on the loose again, this mad dog off the leash. Officer, do you think, really, in your professional opinion, like, if this was you, would you carry a shotgun in the store just in case they come around stirring up trouble again? So what he's doing, and it's something Ben talks about, is he's laying, like, the groundwork for, like, this self-defense angle, like, oh, he's harassing us, we're all very fearful, he keeps threatening our lives, did you know he keeps saying he's gonna kill us? So, like, officer, what if we had a shotgun here, and, well, what if he comes back around and we happen to use it because it gets hairy, we get scared? So he's trying to just plant that seed.
A little scary, but
In a situation like this where some people we feel like are in danger.
I personally encourage people who are able to carry legally to carry.
okay, so that's basically all the footage after I got arrested of them freaking out, and I think that kind of explains why, because a few hours later we do the GoFundMe. Sheldon gets arrested just for promoting this GoFundMe, and then they send a whole SWAT team of police officers to my house to just arrest everyone.
So that's the end of the director's cut of body cam footage here, showcasing Ammon McNeff being a giant pussy and stupid asshole who loves to just lie perpetually here to the officers. So I think this, like, it doesn't change anything going on with, like, the overall scandal. It's just more insight into how Ammon McNeff conducts himself and the way in which he lies to officers to keep trying to have Ben and Ben's team, by extension, arrested. Like, he is trying to utilize every trick in the book to keep them in jail, and it's just fucking ridiculous. And it just showcases what a evil, gross man he is, honestly. And I also, we get to see some shining talent in his ability to psychoanalyze people. Did you see the way Amick McNeff was able to really soul read Ben there? Like, he diagnosed him with a sociopathic disorder, even got into his childhood about how there's a very real chance he was abused that led to this. Like, wow, Ammon is a very talented guy. Unbelievable that he's able to do that, too. On top of torpedoing a multi-million-dollar business like Bricks and Minifigs. So anyway, this was just some more additional Bricks and Minifigs degeneracy here that Reckless Ben and his team were able to showcase through this body cam. And it is still an ongoing issue, so Ben is still currently engaged in the litigious fight here with Bricks and Minifigs, so he is still, of course, putting out new content and such, and also on his Patreon, uploading more content there as well. So I'm still very glued to this story. It is impressive just how much of a dweeb Ammon McNuts is, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah.